Okay, so today we have Madness and Drip Fed Fred, say that 5 times fast, featuring Ian Dury. And we have the video here as well, 4.5 minutes long. I have been intrigued by the song because it is the last song Ian ever performed on, the last song he put his voice to. He passed away in March of 2000. This came out at the end of 1999. And if you're a returning viewer, I have not made a video for about 10 days. It's because I've been sick. I've had a bad cough. I was just not able to talk without coughing. So finally, we're back and I should be good now. But let's get into this. Talk about it after. Here we go.
We want Freddie for a leader. Freddie is a man of class. We want Freddie for a leader.
All stand and raise your champagne glass. Gentlemen and assassins and ladies of the night, I call upon you this evening in the hope of shedding some light. I can't go into detail or finger unfounded fools, but there are some here amongst us that are not playing to the rules. I've rounded up the lowlife and local CID, offered a free massage or else the 3rd degree. There is no simple solution in this life we lead, so make things easy for yourself till the baronage can see. We want Freddie for our leader. Freddie is a man of class. We want Freddie for our leader. All stand and raise your champagne glass.
Peace shall not prevail entirely, came the stark warning today. From his hospital bed, drip-fed Fred vowed he was here to stay.
I'll tell you something and nothing.
He claimed,
Never in all my days have I felt so intimidated by the cheap tactics on display. Freddie for our leader. Freddie is a man of class. We want Freddie for our leader. All stand and raise your champagne.
And approaching the pulpit, the Right Honourable Reverend Green.
We're gathered here this evening to pay our due respects to Drip-Fed Fred, who late last night fell out of his prison bed. Know the nonce behind it? Slip the night PD. Ooh, the word is out now, without doubt, you will answer to me.
Gentlemen and assassins and ladies of the night, I call upon you this evening in the hope of shedding new light. There is a simple solution, one called honour amongst thieves. So we'll take pity on your souls and only cap your knees.
Freddie for a leader. Freddie is a man of class.
Goodness.
We want Freddie for a leader. All stand and raise your champagne glass. We want Freddie for a leader. Freddie is a man of class. We want Freddie for our leader.
All stand and raise your champagne glass.
Fade away. I mean, my God.
We want Freddie for a leader. Freddie is a man of class. We want Freddie for a leader. All stand and raise your champagne glass. We want
dance himself. Good Lord, there it is. Madness and Drip Fed Fred, featuring Ian Dury. I wasn't expecting a credits roll at the end there, but from what I've gathered, just reading up on the song and seeing, some people talk about it in the comments, I believe Madness were fans of Ian Dury, and they knew that Ian was near the end of his life here. He was suffering from liver cancer, I do believe, and again, like I kind of mentioned off the top, he passed away only 3 months, I want to say, after this song was released, maybe less than 3 months. But yeah, and I guess Madness wanted to do a song with Ian before it was too late, and then they did, and it seems like with the credits there, I do believe it said, on such short notice, thank you to these people and stuff like that. So I guess it, was kind of done on short notice. But I mean, these lyrics are so sophisticated. It doesn't feel like a song that was kind of done on a whim, which maybe it wasn't. Maybe they had these lyrics ready to go or whatever, but maybe the video was done on a whim in a way. But either way, it was just so fun, and it was satirical, but it was also intense, and it was also menacing. I mean, you talk about how the song starts off with that chorus, and of course, Suggs is singing here. I do believe Lee Thompson as well was on guest vocals, and then Ian Dury. So Ian was not the only guy on here. I know that, but his voice just cuts through what I feel like more than anybody else. And he does have a verse on his own, of course, but he just has such a gravelly, intense voice. And I've always said it, he has such fire in his voice, and it just cuts you deep, and he just cuts through everybody else of the song. He's kind of more prominent than the others, and I just love his gravitas, I want to say. And I almost wanted to say too, it feels like maybe he's more gravelly here because he's older, and because this is the last song he was on before he passed away. But still, he's always had that gravel throughout his whole career. I mean, my God. And I've been listening to more Ian in my private life. I mean, my God, through the songs that I've reacted to from him. And one song in particular being Spasticus Autisticus. I've just gone back to that song. And again, I don't know. I just always love how proud he was of who he was. And, no matter what life threw at him, he was just so brave, I guess you might say. And he was just so, I don't know what the word is I'm trying to think of, but he just, took everything in stride. And I just love that so much about him. And I could just fawn over Ian all the time. But again, I just love his voice, love the voices here, love the great harmonies there too. Especially after the video when we find out that old Drip Fed Fred has passed away from what it looks like, and old Reverend Green has the scissors on him, and we gotta figure out, I guess it was him that kind of put it together, killed Fred anyway. And I just love that chorus again, and just how catchy it is. And although there's points in the song where the piano, or I guess the keyboard riff there, is jaunty, it has a descending scale 1.2, the great saxophone work here too, I just love that, and just again how jaunty and jumping the song can be, and jumpy it is, and bouncy and all that stuff. But the chorus is always dark. I mean, it's never light. They never kind of really bring a brightness or a lightness to the chorus, and I just love that. I just love how monotone and catchy again as all get out it is. And I just and again, Ian is almost like on a different time than the other guys. It's just how he would say lead, it's just so much, I don't know, so much stank, so much attitude he puts on his words, and I just love his pronunciation, I guess I would say. And yeah, again, he's kind of in his own world, and why not? He's Ian. He can do what he wants, and the rest of them are just behind him, and I just love it so much. But anyway, yeah, I'm just kind of taken aback. I was just captivated throughout the whole thing, through the video, more than just the song, really, but at the same point, still, it's such a catchy song, and it's so wordy too, with so much detail in these lyrics, and that's what I talked about with the kind of sophistication I got from it. And I mean, we're talking about cinema here. I mean, this music video is just so, again, captivating, and I was just hanging on to every word, and everyone, it was a group effort, obviously. I mean, everybody in there is having, a word or two, and talking about this gang kind of life, I mean, I guess you would say. And what almost came to mind, because this came out in 1999, I believe The Sopranos came out in 1999, and that's just kind of the vibe I got. And maybe, again, it's just because it's both 99, and I'm a fan of The Sopranos, but that kind of a thing. Obviously, The Sopranos is not funny like this, but yeah, just, and at one point you had the guy tickling, I want to say a cop's foot, I want to say, and just how kind of old-timey the video felt as well, with just the hats on the, I want to say a cop again, the policeman anyway, and just, anyway, they were trying to find who did this, the old Fred, and they were going to go through everything to find him, I guess. But at the end of it, it seems like Ian has become the guy, and even though I guess Reverend Green seemed like he wanted to be the one that people answer to, or maybe they're in cahoots. I mean, my God, maybe I don't understand everything, but again, it was just so captivating, and I liked it a lot. And yeah, I just love the voices here too. And again, Ian was just out there so good. But at the same point, Reverend Green there, who again, I want to say was Lee Thompson. Am I off on that? Either way, Reverend Green had a great friendly, light kind of voice, and I just really dug his voice on this track. Anyway, we look at the personnel here, and you guys all know who they are, but here we go again. Suggs on vocals, of course, Mike Barson on keyboards, and again, Mike Barson, integral part of this track. Chris Foreman on guitar, Mark Bedford on bass, and again, Mark Bedford's been on many different tracks I've heard. Lee Thompson on saxophone and guest vocals here. Daniel Woodgate on drums, and then we have, of course, Ian Jury on guest vocals on this track only on this album. And I just love how it all came together. It was just such a great little collaboration. It works so well. I mean, their voices just fit together so perfectly. And I mean, I couldn't ask for any more. So anyway, a great last song for him to be on, and a great send-off too with that the end of the video there where he's being carried around, as he should be. God damn. Anyway, so let's get into this chorus from right off the get-go. We want Freddie for our leader. Great start. Freddie is a man of class. We want Freddie for our leader. All stand and raise your champagne glass. And again, just the pronunciation, just the stank, the attitude he put on the words here. I can't say it enough. But obviously they love Freddie. God dang. Except for, I guess, Reverend Green there, who put an end to Freddie. But, I mean, my God, even after Freddie's gone, they still repeat the chorus. And it's kind of impossible to have Freddie as a leader, as it seems he's gone. First verse. My God. First verse, Ian Jury. Here we go. Gentlemen and assassins and ladies of the night. What a great, way to start off a first verse. Gentlemen and assassins and ladies of the night. I mean, I'm intrigued. I call upon you this evening in the hope of shedding some light. And again, I just love his, I don't know, how every word means something when he says it. Anyway, I can't go into detail or finger unfounded fools, but there are some here amongst us that are not playing to the rules. It seems like there's a mole. Seems like somebody, within the gang, I guess, did this to Fred. That's what comes to my mind. I've rounded up the low life and local CID, offered a free massage or else the third degree. Again, you could... I guess we're trying to find the culprit here. You could have a massage or you'll get the third degree if you did it. I mean, that, my goodness gracious. There's no simple solution in this life we lead. That's very true. So make things easy for yourself. To the baronage, concede. I do believe something. Baronage, I believe. Anyway, concede. Again, make things easy on yourself. Come forward. Whoever did this to Fred, we want to have a talk. Anyway, then the chorus comes in once again. So then we go to the second verse. Peace shall not prevail. I like that. Peace shall not prevail. Fuck peace. And Pearlie came to start warning today. Good Lord. Again, that's what I'm talking about. The word choice here, the detail in the words, it's sophisticated as hell. That's what comes to my mind. From his hospital bed, drip-fed Fred vowed he was here to stay. And then here comes Fred. I'll tell you something for nothing. He claimed, never in all my days have I felt so intimidated by the cheap tactics on display. So again, seems like somebody was coming for Fred for a while here, and he was not having any of it. But again, at the end of it, he had no choice but to have some of it. And then we have the chorus on the third verse. Here we go. And approaching the pulpit, the Right Honorable Reverend Green. I do believe Suggs introduced Reverend Green here. So then here comes Reverend Green. We're gathered here this evening to pay our due respects to drip-fed Fred, who late last night fell out of his prison bed. We know the knots behind it who spilled the night PD. Oh, the word is out now. Without a doubt, you will answer to me. But again, we see in the video there that the scissors that I do believe cut, I want to say the IV from Fred, I believe. Reverend Green has the scissors, so I guess Reverend Green was the one who did it. And at the end of it, it seems like Reverend Green, you will answer to me. He wants the power. And then here comes Ian Jury. And I love, again, it's like a movie. Here comes Ian into the funeral, the church, I guess you would say. Gentlemen and assassins and ladies of the night. Again, great intro. I call upon you this evening in the hope of shedding new light. There is a simple solution, one called honor amongst thieves. So we'll take pity on your souls and only cap your knees. So again, we won't hurt you too bad. Just cap your knees, my God. And then we have the ahs with the great harmonies there again. And again, just beautiful harmonies. I can't say it enough. It was just beautiful in that part there. And then we have the chorus once more. My goodness gracious, even after Freddie's gone, we want Freddie for our leader. Freddie's a man of class, and then that's repeated on another time there. And again, I don't know if I'm off base or what, but it's like Jury was playing the enforcer here, and I don't know if he and the Reverend were kind of, again, in cahoots or what. They wanted to be the leaders, but at the end of the day, Ian is the one being carried around, and you have the Reverend in front of him. So it's like, did Freddie have this coming? Again, am I off base? I don't know. But, was Freddie, the gang, even though they're saying we want Freddie for our leader and vote Fred and all this stuff in the video, it seems like, Freddie was on his way out with the gang. And maybe I'm not right there. Maybe, Ian was looking for the guy, and it was Reverend Green, and they just don't know. But either way, at the end of the day, the song was very good. Again, I just love how it was light, but also dark, humorous, but also intense. It had the best of everything. And I know I guess it didn't chart too well or whatever. It's not remembered as, you know, a signature Madness song, unless you are a fan of Madness, which I would imagine you do like the song a lot. And but at the end of the day, it's just I don't know, it was a great mix of things. Again, the saxophone in there, the great guitar work, the lovely piano riff, and I don't know, it's just, again, jaunty, bouncy, but at the end of the day, dark as hell too. So anyway, I guess that's all I'm going to say. I just love how they went about this. So anyway, I feel like I'm a bit rusty talking about songs here when I haven't talked about a song in like 10 days. It's been a long time. But anyway, there you go. Leave your comments down below, of course. Thanks for watching. Thanks for liking, subscribing, commenting, all that stuff. Again, I just was captivated by everything I was watching here. I just was like, okay, so who's playing the character here? What's going on there? What's he doing? Oh goodness, there's the scissors hanging off of old Reverend Green. I was just into it. But anyway, thanks for everything. I'll talk to you guys again soon.